The 4 W's of raising a healthy eater: who, where, when, and what. This video will talk about the importance of having structure and routine in your little one's eating and activities so they can grow up to be happy, healthy adults. This structure is explained by the 4 W's: who, where, when, and what. We will spend most of our time talking about how you feed your family, not so much about what you feed them. This is because once you get into routine and mealtimes become pleasant, offering healthy foods becomes much simpler. Before we talk about structure, we need to discuss what could be the biggest challenge to helping your child become a healthy eater: grazing. Grazing happens when your child gets to eat throughout the day, anywhere, at any time. Snacking in front of the TV or in the car and sipping juice or milk throughout the day are examples of grazing. Grazing can lead to filling up on foods and drinks that provide lots of calories but few nutrients. This way of eating can cause weight issues in children who can then become overweight adults. Now on to structure. The first part of this is the who of the 4 W's. This is set up by the caregiver and child each having jobs when it comes to meals and snacks. The caregiver's job is to choose where, when, and what the child is fed. The child has a very important job with eating that only they can do. They should choose which of the foods offered to eat and how much of that food to eat. Young children's growth varies, and so does their appetite. Only your child can know when they are hungry or full. Children are born with a good sense of how much to eat. As a parent, supporting that skill throughout childhood will help them develop healthy eating habits as an adult. It can be hard to let a child decide to try a food when you know they would like it if they just took one bite. However, a child who tries a food on their own is much more likely to see that food is yummy and may eat it without any prompting in the future. As a caregiver, you can help them try that food by setting examples and showing healthy mealtime behaviors. These include eating many types of foods and talking positively about those foods with your child. When caregivers and children trade on and off these jobs, power struggles lead to unhappy, tear-filled mealtimes. Where? Having your family at the same spot, whether it is at the kitchen table or even on the floor, and eating meals and snacks at the same time from day to day makes for a structured mealtime. For example, breakfast may be served every morning at the kitchen table, or lunch may be around noon on the floor, picnic style. Having a planned place to eat and drink sets up the routine needed to help children get in the habit of experiencing and eventually eating new foods, including fruits and veggies. The when of feeding relates to the first step in building a healthy eating routine as a family. End grazing and eat at set times. On their own, children will not create the routine needed to feel hungry and come to the table ready to eat. Allow 2 to 3 hours between eating for children to become hungry. Try to schedule in 1 hour of play, inside or out, before mealtime to increase your child's appetite. Limit time spent watching TV or using electronics to less than 2 hours per day. The what of feeding is really the nutrition piece of the puzzle, as it includes choosing and making the food. This means offering a variety of food groups and not giving more importance to one group over another. That variety should include foods that your child both knows and enjoys, along with those that are newer or maybe not so well liked. Here are some nutrition tips to help you carry out the what of feeding. Try to cover all food groups at lunch and supper and at least 2 food groups at snacks and breakfast time. It's okay to start slowly. If you struggle offering fruits and veggies, add a fruit or veggie at a few meals a week. Once you get into that habit, begin to offer them more regularly and eventually serve a fruit and veggie at main meals. Work towards the goal of offering at least 5 fruits and veggies per day. Help your child become an adult whose plate is half full of fruits and veggies. Use snacks to increase the nutrition quality of your child's diet. Instead of serving just crackers at a snack following a meal where they did not eat much, pair those crackers with sliced cheese, fruit, and a cup of milk. If your child is truly hungry, they will eat. Limit juice to no more than 1/2 to 3/4 cup per day, and only as part of a snack or meal served with food. This is another small step to move towards healthy eating. Children can easily fill up on sweetened drinks, including juice. Offer only water between scheduled meals and snacks to allow your child's tummy to feel hungry. Most children can have water at all times of the day. Milk is a healthy choice for most children. 2 to 3 cups of milk per day is an appropriate amount to serve to children ages 2 to 5. Milk should be served as part of a meal or snack, not throughout the day. Children can easily fill up on milk in place of food. Shown here is a list of serving sizes of all food groups by age. Just remember that a young child's appetite changes a lot from day to day, so use this as a guide, not an absolute rule. An easy tip to remember the nutrition recommendations that we talked about today is a 5-2-1-0 guideline. 5. Offer your child at least 5 fruits and veggies throughout the day. 2. Limit screen time to no more than 2 hours per day. 1. Encourage at least 1 hour of physical activity per day. 0. Avoid or limit sweetened beverages. Little ones need to learn to like a variety of foods as part of a balanced diet and build a happy, healthy relationship with food at mealtime. Eating routines make serving nutritious meals and snacks easier. Without hunger, your child has little motivation to try new foods or foods they think they don't like. When applying the 4 W's of feeding, step back and see the progress your child is making. A good healthy eater is built over years, not from day to day. This series of nutrition videos is brought to you by First 5 and the Iowa Department of Public Health.